A ver este. Okay. Ah, let's- ¿Dónde me dijiste que pusimos el video de...
Hola.
Hola, ¿se oye? Can you hear?
Yes, I can hear very well, thank you.
Okay. I'm almost, let's see. I'm going to share this one. I see people coming in. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I know we have all kinds of time zones. Welcome to AI in Writing. People are more coming in. And as we I want to welcome everybody.
Plainly writing.
Let's see. I'm trying to make sure that everybody's coming in. Please say hi on the chat and let us know where you're coming from. Colombia, New York, South Africa. Oh my goodness. This is so exciting. Just as we get ready to launch, I'm going to give people a little time to trickle in. And we're going to walk through what's happening today, tomorrow, and Saturday. And people from Peru, let's see. Oh my goodness. Brazil, I love it. I love that we have all kinds of geographies, nationalities, and languages. Most of our sessions are going to be in English, which acts as a lingua franca, but I hope that everybody can learn. We're going to have a couple of sessions in Spanish that are going to be subtitled in English, so everybody can access. Honduras, more Brazil. Wow, awesome. I will give us a chance to introduce each other a little bit. As we let people come in. I realized I was muted, so you didn't hear what I just said. I'm letting people coming in, and we're going to just maybe start introducing yourselves so that we get to know each other. I'm going to give people about 10 more minutes to log in and make sure they can access and they can hear. I'm going to be calling people just names that I see on my screen. So Carla, you're up. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello.
Hello.
Is that usually I don't like talking like that. Hi, I'm a graphic designer and an insurance broker. I'm from Honduras. I've tried using ChatGPT for simple things, more like suggestions for like ad campaigns, maybe for Facebook. And that's all I have for it.
Oh,
for
you're in the right place.
intelligence. So yeah.
Um,
I know that there has to be like certain prompts for certain like all these different AIs for being like brand based. For example, if I want something to be under the how do you call it? Wow, my mind went blank. Let me.
that's okay. You think about it and we'll come back to you.
Okay.
I see, let's see, who else is I see now one of our speakers I see next on screen, Andy. Hi, Andy. Would you like to introduce yourself briefly? Say your name, where you're from, and a question about AI.
Hi, my name is Andy Benzo. I am a legal translator. I have a degree in translation and a degree in law from Argentina. I am a part of ATA. I'm the president-elect right now of the ATA. I think that AI is here. It won't go away. So we have to learn how to use it in the best possible way. We have to learn. We have to AI. I call it last year. It's an added improvement. So that has to augment the way we work, and we don't have to be afraid of. It won't take our work if we know how to use it. So this is, thank you, Romina, for doing this. I think that AI and plain language is a perfect combination, and I'm very honored to be part of the speakers.
We are very honored to have you. I'm gonna go to Julia or Julia Pedro.
Hi, I'm Julia Pedro. I'm a translator and conference interpreter. I'm also ATA member and language chair for the certification from English into Portuguese. And I'm in Portugal right now. And concerning AI, I agree with Andy Benzo. AI is a tool. So we are stronger if you know how to use it. And
That's-
I'm looking forward to this summit.
Let's see. I see Carol Wilson.
Hi, coming to you from Vancouver, Canada, and I'm a registered nurse working in healthcare as a plain language editor and educator, trying to see how this will help in the health-related fields.
That's fantastic. I see Zainab. Am I saying that your name correctly? You are muted, so you guys, I have you all muted so that we can hear each other properly when you unmute yourself. But otherwise, let's go to Rashna. Let's see, are you, maybe I'm saying the name wrong. Milagros, how about you? You want to say hi? Maybe we have a little delay. Okay. But you guys can still hear me, correct?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Let's see. Maybe people are doing things. Danielle Maxon, hi.
Hi.
Hey, it's great to see
How are
you.
you? Good to see you too, Romina. I am here in New York. I am at this summit because in my work, I get very concerned about the use of AI. I keep hearing I need to learn how to use it, but I'm concerned about confidentiality issues, about the ethics of using it. And I'm also worried about the environmental impact because I've heard that it uses so much more power than regular computer resources. So those are some of the things that I'm looking to learn about, see if there is a way for me to use it responsibly and not cause too many problems.
Wow, you hit on three huge questions that we are going to address both today at the summit and later on. If you guys are interested, there's a deep dive course. But today we're going to go into uses for some everyday tasks, uses for issues of confidentiality. Definitely, actually, Andy's going to talk about ethics tomorrow. And so there's a lot of these things, the concern, the how to use it, where to start, and how to understand it in the bigger context of, yes, it's a technology, it uses a lot of energy, all of it we're going to talk about. Okay, so we have, I'm going to do 2 more minutes to let people log in before I walk you through everything. So let's see, let's have, now we have a lot of, Maya, you want to say hi?
Oh, hello. Hello. How are you? I am joining from Chicago. I am an editor at Northwestern University at the Kellogg Business School for a publication called Kellogg Insight. Obviously, we do quite a bit of writing and editing. And then I'm also a freelance translator. And so I'm very much looking forward to the summit and getting some insight.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you for joining.
Mhm.
I see Gabby. Can you hear us? I see Julieta's on the line. You want to say hi, Julieta?
Sure. Hi. So I'm at work. I'm a court interpreter full time here in California, Alameda County, and I'm also a freelance conference interpreter and translator specialized on environmental issues. And I mean, Romina, you know, I'm not high tech at all. I'm like the lowest tech you can possibly be. So, but I need to know. I need to know because, you know, of course, there are things that we need to learn to use, things that may be handy. So I need to learn as much as possible just to, you know, not be, you know, so backward.
Because one of the things that I've learned through the process of putting the summit together, I am focused on writing, and actually one of our speakers, Kunal Dalal, will talk about AI for K-12 education. But one of the uses that they have, in addition to using it with children, is using it for professional development for interpreters in the school districts. So there are, you know, interesting, surprising applications that you may not have thought about to interact with the language models, and we'll talk about what language models are, but basically the technologies like ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, to do research, to improve your output. Now we have models, as you guys may have heard, there's a lot of the technologies about written language, and you input text and you get text back, but now we can input other things like images and audio. So as an interpreter, you can also input your renditions and get feedback. And you can get feedback on all kinds of things, your delivery, terminology. So we'll talk about all of that.
And I'm also interested in how, you know, what makes this like simple language, because I think that's very interesting too. I mean, I work in the courts. A lot of the language is not simple at all, but there are always ways of presenting the language and the information in easier ways. And I'm always, you know, focusing on that because I think it's very important.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is one of the things that one of my clients asked me is like, well, if you're applying AI now to plain language, and you're, you know, accelerating your output, what are you giving us? And the human input is so important. I have trained a model to do a lot of work for me, and I still have to go in and really tweak the output in order to really get what's best for the audience. And that this is what plain language is about, is the empathy for the audience and focusing on your communication goals. As much as you tell, as you prompt, there's things that you understand as a human from the experience in the world, which the AIs don't have, that will need your input in order to have publishable output. So, but there is a lot you can do in, especially I use it a lot for trying to understand audiences that I may not be so familiar with. So to look for resources, to look for building user personas. And that way I know that, for example, if I'm talking about diabetes, is one thing to talk about diabetes with an elderly population, and another thing to talk about diabetes with children. So I look for ways or to rephrase books that may have addressed that. So there's a lot, really a lot of support that it can give you. And like Andy said, it's there to assist you. It's not there to replace you. And the more we get assistance, imagine, look at all my books. I don't use my dictionaries as much as I used to. But imagine if we as writers, as communicators, were doing work without tools, without dictionaries, without computers, without it wouldn't happen, right? So this is another technology that we want to add.
If I may say something,
Please.
A very good friend of mine, Salvador Virgen, I would like to say it was my idea, but it's not. It's his. He's a Mexican friend of mine who was at the ATA conference. He said, many times we think of technology and it becomes transparent. For example, electricity, we don't think about it. It's there. Computers, we don't think about it. We work on computers. AI will be the same. We work with AI. We have to learn. We don't know how it's going to evolve. We don't know, but it's going to be like that. So
Yeah.
we have to learn how to use it. We have to learn how to adjust it in our environment. It won't replace us. Like computers never replaced us, although they said they would when they came with the computer. So we don't have to be afraid. But I thought it was phenomenal the way the idea of transparent. We don't think about it. It's there, but it's so important. Internet. What do? We don't have internet.
Yes, absolutely.
So I thought it was phenomenal. So I want to give him attribution to Salvador, who came up with a great idea. That's it.
Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to walk through kind of walk you through what's happening, and then we can chat about that. So I'm going to move this here, and I'm going to show you when you log in to your space, you should see the ability to go into communities and courses. So we have our AI in Writing community. Already 518 of you are in, which is fantastic. So we can do a few things. We have some channels. So the Start Here channel, and I am using my mom's as a member because I see things from an admin point of view, and so it makes me very dizzy. So when you start, you're going to see some featured posts that are going to guide you through the day. And oh, look at that. Speaking of Salvador, he's right there. Hi. Okay. We're going to have announcements. And every day, if there's anything that's changing, you can see it here. I would love for all of you to oh, people are already trickling in. Excellent. To come to the Introduce Yourself Smiley Face channel to say hi and share. I have a little bit of a guidance on what to post. And this would be a great way to go back and connect because the community is not going to disappear after the summit. I want all of you to have access to each other. The things that we're learning, the questions, I mean, it's incredible what we can do together, and knowing that we can ask a community of people that are on the same boat. You can learn about prizes. Yes, we're going to do prizes during the summit. And some of our speakers have donated really cool resources. So we're going to draw from a hat, but it's going to be an AI hat programmed in Python. And we're going to see it live. And then what we have here is channels for each of the sessions so that during the Q&A and beyond the Q&A, we can focus our discussions. If we're talking about the chatbots here, we'll probably create a general channel just for maybe tech support and other questions. But if you have questions that are specific to the sessions, these will help us concentrate that discussion, and so we don't have to navigate through, scroll up and down to find things. Then you're going to see courses, and this was a test and shouldn't be here, but we'll figure it out. But the ones that you'll see is the free summit. Those of you who have a free ticket will be able to access this and log in here. And this is where all of the sessions are going to be. And I'm going to start launching them now so you see what's happening. Let's go to our first day, publish our first day. And you'll see, you have access to the videos. So when we say goodbye from this session, you can start watching all these videos. and you come back in the afternoon or later in the day. Some of you it's going to be a lot later in the day, and you'll be able to ask questions to the speakers. So just to remind you also, these are the sessions that are released today and the speakers who are going to be with us today, except for Josh, who has other commitments, and so he won't be doing a Q&A, but we can still talk about his session. Schedules. We can look at schedules in the URL. So we've prepared a very detailed agenda for you guys where when the videos are released and then the live sessions, and we have some time zones because I know this is crazy when we look at events. So it's 10 a.m. Right now it's 10:20 in LA, 3:20 in Buenos Aires, 7:20 in Rome and Madrid, and tomorrow morning in Sydney. So yes, we're gonna have some people. Jacob is gonna join us later from Australia. Jane Howley will not be with us. She has another issue, an issue at work, and so unfortunately she cannot join us. But this is where you can check out what's happening. And I will announce that, like I said, in the community. And then for VIP attendees, you guys will be able to see in your courses the VIP, and you'll have the day sessions earlier. Today you had them earlier, and tomorrow you'll have them earlier, and you have all of your VIP content, which is multimedia access to the sessions, transcripts, and audio, so you can listen podcast style, as well as a lot of bonuses, which should appear here. We'll come back to that, but the bonuses are bonus materials from speakers, from courses to workbooks to presentations, and discounts from sponsors. We have a discount from WordBreak, and we have some discounts for other courses. So VIPs will be able to see all that in your course structure. And then if you want to see what we do, all the courses that are available, let's take a look at here and go to the community. You can go to the learning tab in the community, and there's a lot of different things, not all of it related to AI, which is it's part of what I do in plain language. If you have questions about these, feel free to ask me. So again, two or three big reminders. The community is a great place to connect and to see what's happening. We're going to have a new link for every day. That way we have those things separated. So every day you're going to see your Zoom link here, and you're also going to get an email about that. But just if you come to the community, it's easy to do. You can chat with members. You have the channels for the speakers and the Q&A sessions, and you can access your courses also through the learning tab in the community. So the community is a great space to come in and see everything. Okay, housekeeping done. We are officially launched, and so we have, I wanted to have a little bit of time for questions about this or questions about any of the other sessions that are happening. If you have any concerns, we can talk about that. And then I will stay in to talk to you after 10:30 or after the half-hour mark. And if you want to stay, that's great. If you want to go watch videos, that's also great. So I'm going to open the floor to anybody who wants to say hi, and we'll get started. And where did I go? Let's see. Yes, the screen is sharing. There we go. Here we are. Okay. Some I may have missed this, but so some of the login credentials. Sometimes when you get a second email because you purchase the VIP pass, for example, later, or you went back to get your free ticket. If you go back to your very first email, the credentials will be there, but it's very easy. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Make sure that I type that correctly. So, no, that's not what I want to share with everybody. Okay, so that URL will take you to the URL of the community, and I want to show you just so that you see this happening. Let's log out of here. If you go to learn.aiinwriting.com, you can log in there with, if this is the first time that you're going to get into the community, you're going to have to set up a password. We do not set up a password for you, and we cannot see your password. So you set up your password. Once you do, you're going to log in and you're going to come into the community. And you're going to be able to see the discussion area and all the channels, as well as the learning tab with access to all of the courses, and also the courses that are happening, the summit that is happening today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Let's see. Danielle had asked that. Does that make sense, Danielle? Yes. Okay. I got a message on. Okay. So yes, some people are having to go. We're gonna, like I said, we can chat as long as you want. But if you want to go and see videos, and again, the ones for today, I'm going to move here and I'm going to show you. Day one is Nora Diaz's session about a chatbot face-off, which is going to talk about results from different chatbots, just to see how the different language models are differ in their training and in what they can do when you ask them questions. Diana is talking about how to create what's called an AI assistant. So it's not just going into a chatbot and asking a question, but creating a little bit of a background knowledge base for the language model. ChatGPT uses a language model, and sometimes you can change the language models that you use. So Diana's talking about telling a language model, okay, I want you to take into account every time you give me an answer, these things. It could be take into account the content of these files. It could be every time you answer a question, answer as if you are an expert in this topic. Every time explain any technical term in everyday language, things like that. Jacob is going to talk about design. So this is really fun for two things. One, to start learning to support your clear communication with visuals, which is super fun to do, and really helps support plain language a lot. And we can look at examples later on. And also to use it for branding. If you're working for yourself or you have your own business, one of the things that communicators, clear communicators, plain language communicators, we don't think about branding. So these will help you also think about branding. So it combines things that you can do in your practice of writing and in the business of writing. Then my session talks about 4 levels of interaction. So we're going from basic prompting to AI assistants to using community prompts. And so when you build an assistant, you're giving it your own prompts, but you can also go out into the open source world and get prompts from the community that have been curated. I share a specific project called Fabric that you can find on GitHub, which is a repository for programmers. But these the interesting thing, and you'll see in the session, the interesting thing is you can go and see the prompts, so you don't have to deal with the programming, but you can still go and see the prompts and see what other people have done to get good results. For example, one of the things that I use is prompts for talking to research papers, to research in my case, I work with reading comprehension and AI. And as you may have read, and I've told some of you, one of my interests is improving comprehension. And when I started looking at how AI was going to come into this, it was very overwhelming and frustrating to find resources. So I ended up going through lots of tutorials and enrolling in a PhD program. And this is one of the reasons why I'm doing the summit, and we're sharing, because a lot of the resources out there, there's a lot of movement, and a lot of the resources are not quite tailored to communication professionals. There's a lot for programmers, there's a lot for cybersecurity, but we're kind of language professionals are a little bit forgotten, and I want to make sure that we are counted. And then the last level of interaction that I talk about, and Maxine, this is probably for you, is how to deploy locally, use a language model locally, so you don't have to share your data with ChatGPT or other tools. A lot of other tools have the ability to say, okay, if I share my data, you can train on my data or you cannot, but it's still going to the cloud and somebody can intercept it. So there are ways to use things locally so that you don't have to do that. And then the last session today is Josh's, which talks about a tool for implementing some of the interactions with with the models within your writing environments, like Word, for example. So with these questions, concerns, are you, I think I see some speakers have come in, so maybe I would love for you guys to introduce yourselves while we're still here. Let's see, Elena, would you like to say hi?
Hello, everyone. Romina, thank you so much for all of your planning and work that has gone into this fabulous conference. My name's Elena. I'm in Mexico City. I have been looking at AI for the last couple of years, and I actually just took a course at MIT on AI because I was starting to get concerned that if I didn't do something to really systematically learn AI, I was going to get left behind in my work. Whether or not that's true, I don't know, but it's just a fear that I had. So yeah, Romina, thank you for opportunities like this one for all of us to upskill and learn about how to apply AI in aspects of our work.
Thank you for sharing your knowledge. And Elena's session is not today, but it will help us support project specifications, which for a lot of us working in specific projects, specifications are everything, right? When we need to figure out quality, without specifications, we don't have a way to measure things. I think Blair was also here, but I don't know if I see him. Blair, are you still here? Blair's session is about leveraging AI for decision making in a company that deals with things in the real world, in construction, and they use it for bid processing. They do public bids, and this is something that people can also apply to grant writing. So that is a really interesting case, use case for us. I'm going to take a look at the questions because I think some people were having trouble with this Zoom link, but I see a lot of people here. So
Romina, I just have a very basic question. If we have like zero background on AI, is there an order you recommend we like watch the different videos?
So one, the way that they are posted is a good order. For an introduction, Nora's session is great. It's a good start to start interacting with the different bots. And like I said, the models, and we can take a look. Let's take a look right now. For example, you can go to ChatGPT and ask it a question. And this is the very basic, what called zero-shot prompting. You can do the same thing with Claude. And it will ask you, it will give you an answer. You can do the same thing with Perplexity. And in the session, in my session, you will have QR codes to all of these, so you can just scan it and go in. You don't have to remember any URL. As you can see, they process things a little bit different, and they give you different outputs. And another thing that I want to share with everybody here, because it's an important distinction, is, and I will do it with ChatGPT, which is what most people are a little bit familiar with, that what we see on screen is the interface, the chat bot. And what we see here is the model, the language model that the chat bots are using. So in this case, because I do have a paid account, I can see these latest models. And they have now deprecated or stopped using ChatGPT 3. But ChatGPT 3 can still be accessed through another portal called Hugging Face. So if you don't have any background and you want to start interacting, use some of these chatbots and also play around with having answers from different models. For example, let's ask the same question. So this is the answer that GPT-4 gave me. And let's see how O1 works. And you see right away that it starts to think, right? It tells you that it's thinking. And this is a functionality that the developers have put in, trying to open that black box that people have been talking about. So it tells you that it thought for 8 seconds, basically it processed, and you'll see how language models process in the session that I have, in the session that Antonio has, and in the session that Arl Lommel has. And then it will give you, this one gives you more in-depth, a more in-depth answer. So playing to just get started playing with the different interfaces and the different models. For example, let me minimize this so you can see it here. Oops. In Claude, you can also change models. You can use Sonnet, you can use Opus, you can use Haiku. So it's a good thing to get started with interacting with different interfaces and seeing what different models can do, just to have a sense of what happens. What else do I see? Oh, I see another question. I want to.
My question was like more basic because I kind of, I had to miss. I'm at work, so I was distracted, and so the presentations are not live; they are recorded, right? So
Yeah.
we go, and the idea is like we go watch the presentations, and you're gonna be hanging out here, so we can come back and ask questions.
So we're going to have the Q&A specific for the sessions at the scheduled times. And if you tell me like, okay, I'm busy and I don't know, and I really want to see 2 or 3 sessions, I would recommend Nora's session, Diana's session, and this is not in any case self-promotion, my session, but it's designed specifically to show you like a bunch of things about AI in a 25-minute presentation that will give you a sense of what's ahead.
So that one would be the most introductory of all?
The most introductory, I think, will be Nora's.
Nora's, okay.
Yes. And then Diana builds on Nora's, and then my session takes more of a bird's eye view. So you'll get introduced to the different LLMs, to the different models, to the different interfaces, and to more things that you can do. So if you're really interested in the basics, you can watch the first 8 minutes of my session and get a quick sense. And then for those of you who have a little bit more like, okay, I know about the bots, I've played with them. Jacob's session for design is really fun because it goes into what you can do for visuals. So it's also another way of expanding, but it's also very accessible. So if you maybe are thinking, okay, this is crazy, I just want to see something that's fun and colorful and have a good time, watch Jacob's session. Okay, I think Virginie, I'm not sure what's going on, but you want to come in and tell me. I see you here, so definitely.
Hello, Romina.
Hello.
It's nice to meet you. Yeah, I got here because I found your post on the homepage with a second and a different link. It's different from of the website. So I'm wondering.
So the website does not have the links. The main website, which is, I'm going to show you here. We do not have the links here, just because this is public.
I'm logged in, just so you know.
But yes, in here, we should have. So let's look at what's happening right now. You're here, so that's great. And let's look at what's happening for later on.
So this is where I found on the featured post. This is where I found this link.
Yes. So this is and this same link is going to work for the Q&A sessions today. So when you when you look at the sessions that are going to start at 12 p.m. Pacific time.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we have the conversions, time zone conversions. If you need a quick way to convert time zones, time and date. Let me get the URL for you all so that this is what I use right here to convert time zones. If you need a resource, it's called Time and Date, very easy. But so you'll have here the Q&A starting at 12. So go watch the videos that you mark the ones that you really want to see. Watch them and come back to the Q&A sessions. So we'll be live with the speaker of that session. So at 12, Nora will be here. At 12:30, Diana will be here. At 1, Jacob will be here. So Jacob and I will switch. He has he's in Australia, so he's going to be here even earlier than we thought. And at 2, we're going to change this so that everybody can see. At 2, I will be here to answer questions about my session, and we can talk about any other questions that you have. And all the way until 4 p.m., we're going to be hanging out with you so that you can come in and ask anything that that you want. And
all right. So if I'm logged in and I go on the calendar, it will show the same link I use, and it will be the same link for all day.
For today, yes. And tomorrow we're going to post. I haven't posted the link for tomorrow to avoid confusion. So today we have this one link.
Okay.
So it's right here, this and it's a Zoom. So it's this one link. And tomorrow we'll have another link for the Q&As, which are going to start again at 12. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, and when you say to go watch some of the presentation and come back to the Q&A, I found the 4 courses, but when you say the presentation, where do I go?
So when you go into, this is what you should see in your, when you access the course, if you click on that session, as you see, this is a link, it loads, and here is the presentation.
Hello, my name.
And
so to access this, do I need to be logged in?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
So here you are logged in.
Yeah, this represents what I have on my screen.
Yes. So so here, if you come to the you see the tabs up at the top.
Yes, I can see them.
So if you go to the learning, well, I see a lot of the courses because
all right.
But you will see the AI in Writing Summit, and you click through that, and that will it takes you to the summit content. And here there's a little bit of an introduction, and we go back to where we just were, which is day 1. And these are all the sessions that you can go in and look and watch. And
all right, thank you. This is clearer now.
Cool. Yes, I know. And I considered showing the sessions on screen as we are here, but I think that if you have different priorities and if you are more interested in one than the other and really want to be prepared for the Q&A, of course, you know, I hope that you come to all the Q&As, even if you didn't watch the session or you don't have any urgent questions about it, because you can always learn and the speakers are going to be here live. But that way, between now and 12, you can go and watch the couple of sessions that are really important to you.
Thank you.
Of course. Okay, so I will be here if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, go watch the sessions and enjoy them and come back. We'll see each other again at 12 to start with Nora's Q&A. Thank you for being here. And I really look forward to all the learning and all the questions that we're going to share together. Hi, Catherine. I see you came in. And
Hi, thank you.
we are taking a break so that you can access all the videos. You want me to give you a little tour?
Sure.
Okay. So, where are you connecting from?
Nova Scotia, Canada.
All right. Excellent. Welcome. So let me see. I'm going to share my screen so you can see these. Right. Let's see right here. So when you come in to the community, were you able to log in here and
Yeah.
see this? Okay. So the discussion area will be, it's like a Facebook kind of thing.
Yes.
And so announcements will be here, and this is our link for the rest of the day too. So we're going to start Q&As in an hour.
Okay.
So when we're done with the tour, you can go and take a look at the videos.
Okay.
And the videos are accessible through the Learning tab, or you can also go to these dots over here and see courses.
Okay.
And here, if you only have the free version available, this is the only thing that shows. If you have the VIP version, the VIP will show there.
Okay.
And these are right here, the videos that we have today.
Okay.
Nora's video for trying different chatbots, Diana's video for building custom GPTs, Jacob's video for visual creation, for creating logos, branding, and visual support.
Mm-hmm.
My session that gives you like a whole array of ways to interact with AI to give you the bird's eye view of the AI landscape.
Mm-hmm.
And then Josh goes into a specific tool for using AI in the writing process. So we'll have Q&As with Nora, with Diana, with Jacob, and with me. Josh won't be in the Q&As because he has some work commitments that he couldn't escape. And we'll talk about any questions, and we can go back to demonstrations. So once you are here, you can click through that link, and this is the presentation. I have the recordings available, and they're going to be available throughout the day.
Okay.
If you have the VIP, they will be available beyond the summit, so you can come back to that. And a lot of resources that also come with the VIP pass, the audio recordings to listen to the sessions as podcasts. We're going to record the Q&As, so you can come back to the Q&As as well. And the recordings will be posted obviously after the Q&As happen, so we can record that. Well, I think that's a good summary. I know it's a lot of information, so let me know if you have any questions.
Okay. No, thankfully, I just had a lot of difficulty getting in because it kept saying invalid ID. And then I finally got in. So, and I didn't change anything.
Technology, right? It's
Yeah.
It's one of the things that we have. I am some of the things that happen behind the scenes, especially with Zoom, are very interesting. I was with support pretty much half the day, getting them to make sure that my environment worked, and I'm guessing that they did something, and that's why people who had maybe saved the link earlier had trouble. So I think the way we're solving that is also in the community. Let me go back to the community. I am going to post today we have the one link that we have here, and then tomorrow the new link will be here. I will also update the links in the calendar. Right now we only have today's because just to avoid some confusion, because each day will have its own link, and that's for my organization, so I can record properly the Q&As and share them with VIP attendees.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for taking the time. That's really kind of you.
Oh, of course. There's a lot of moving parts, so and I really want to, help everybody make the most of this experience.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.